Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. A tank as Hesh. Yes, this tank now has Hesh. Of course, we are looking at the Centurion I, the British tier 8 medium tank. And yeah, Hesh on this tank honestly makes all the difference. It is absolutely beautiful. I love Hesh anyway, so the more tanks that they put Hesh on, the better it is for me, because honestly I love Hesh. I really do. Some of my favorite tanks in the game, like the FE4202 for example, is one of my favorites due to the Hesh. Of course, you've got the Hesh on the Death Star. Overall, it's just an amazing ammo to have. So the DPM 2289, reload time is 4.9 seconds. Now, your penetration is 236 on your standard AP and 187 on your Hesh. So yeah, the penetration is very nice on the Hesh. Now with that Hesh you are doing, or with the AP you're doing 190 damage per shot. Don't forget it's only a 4-second reload, but with the Hesh you are doing 250. You're going to be able to penetrate a lot more things with the Hesh, a lot more things than you expect, especially if you are coming up against tier 7s. So your aim time is 3 seconds, dispersion 0.269, very good, and also you do have 10 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 45 kilometers per hour. Now, the Centurion I has always been a boring tank. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's been useless really. Like, it's no reason to play the Centurion I. Like, it always lacked something. I'm not saying now it's got the Hesh, it is absolutely amazing, but my god, it really did need that Hesh, because it does make it a lot better, much better with the Hesh. And of course, if you know how to play the Hesh, then it does make things a lot easier. Now again, it's because it has the Hesh, it is the high risk, high reward. Sometimes you might not be able to penetrate, or you might only splash. Other times you might get lucky, like that. You know, 36 damage into a German Bulldog, a tank that has no armor whatsoever. And the same there, 97 into the turret of a Chimera. But I'm not just going to give up shooting Hesh. Like, I know how to use the Hesh, it's just them 2 shots were unfortunate. 2 shots, 133 damage. But again, high risk, high reward. You have to risk these shots. Here we go. Now we are talking about it. 272 damage, and then we're still going to go. I mean, 313. And this is why I love the Hesh, because you can have amazing damage, and because you do have that high penetration, you can penetrate a lot of tanks. So far, just 976 damage. However, we have blocked 440. So yeah, you have to try and use that gun depression. The turret, I mean, it's not fantastic, but as you can see, you can get some bounces with it, because if you're using that 10 degrees of gun depression on a ridge, then yeah, you really can get some bounces. I mean, you can't rely on the armor at all. I mean, don't sit there and say, get in a sort of hold down position thinking that you're just going to bounce everything, because you're not. But if you're in a hold down position, you're still going to make it difficult for the enemy, especially if you are moving backwards and forwards, looking up and down. You will make it a lot more difficult for that enemy. So far 1,700 damage, and you can see we are running out of Hesh right now. We do carry quite a bit of Hesh, so I would recommend carrying some Hesh, more Hesh than what I'm carrying. You know, I've got 35 AP shells left. I'm not going to shoot 35 shells. But there's a possibility you could shoot 30 odd shells with the reload with Hesh. So far 2,300 damage. There's still a long, well, I say there's still a long way to go. There's still quite a bit of damage left to go. Yeah, there was no chance of me penetrating that guy. It was worth it. It was definitely worth the try. So another nice shot there into the bottom plate of him, and you can see I'm always trying to see if I can shoot that Hesh. Can I? Yeah, that just went under the tank, unfortunately. But yeah, now this tank's got the Hesh, the same as the Comet in tier 7. Now these tanks have got the Hesh. I mean, the Comet was a decent tank anyway, but with the Hesh, it just takes that tank to a whole different level. And again, I'm not sitting there saying that the tanks are OP, because they're not OP, but the Hesh really does make the difference, and it makes it more fun, you know, not just better, but it makes it more fun to play, especially if you can high roll, you know, just absolutely annihilate these guys. It really does make the difference. So 3,200 damage done at the moment, and just 2 tanks left alive, but we could still lose this game because we're losing on supremacy points. If this Borash was just to run away, then it could mean a loss for us, but yeah, he's not going to be able to run away. I am there to protect, and it's now pretty much game over. There goes that guy. So overall 3,400 damage done. Oh, still blocked 960 as well. So you can see the armor profile can work, and obviously the damage, you know, 3,400 damage. You never get that kind of damage. I'm not going to lie, but it's very rare that you could ever get that kind of damage in this tank, which is a shame because it's always been like a really boring tank, and there's no reason, there was no reason to ever play this tank unless you're grinding, of course. But yeah, other than that, like as soon as you grinded the tier 9, then yeah, you never play the Centurion I again. So I'm glad that it's now got the Hesh. I'm glad the Comet has now got the Hesh, and you guys should be too. It's definitely worth the grind. It's a lot more enjoyable to play and a lot better as well. But it's still not OP, but I mean, look, you always got to try and get them shots off. You have to try and get them shots off. If you don't, then you're not going to succeed with the Hesh. You know what I mean? If you're just going to sit here like now in this position firing AP at a Bulldog, then yeah, you're going to do less damage and you're not going to get as much damage. Again, like that, yes, it is a high risk, high reward, and you might not always succeed, and you just got to prepare for that. But other times, again, you could do over 300 damage in a tank that has 4 seconds reload. Absolutely crazy. Of course, in that kind of situation, yeah, I'm not going to shoot Hesh. I'm going to shoot AP into the front plate because I wasn't able to penetrate. But as soon as he's gone, we are back to the Hesh, and we only really want to fire that Hesh. So really, you should have more Hesh shells than AP. So I don't have enough, to be honest. I mean, I've got a lot now, but you can see in the other game, I've got 20 here. I haven't changed anything. Well, I've changed a little bit. But yeah, you always, I mean, look, even against this tank, you know, the Tiger 2, 236. Yes, that was into the side. It wasn't the greatest of damages, but, you know, and then we have the second shot with 34. But you can see I'm always trying to get the shots. And look, 242 into the turret. There's always little weak points, and I'm always trying to capitalize on them weak points. Again, another nice shot into the turret. And again, that is a Tiger 2 with insane armor. And yet we were still this distance away. We still managed to tear his armor apart with our Hesh. So now, I mean, look at that, 3,600 damage. Very, I mean, we got that pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie, but there's still 3 tanks left, and I haven't finished with damage. I still want more damage. So I've got enough hit points. There's just 3 tanks left alive, so I am going to try and push against this super Hellcat. But at the minute, I'm not having good luck with this guy. I mean, he is going hold down, and I've pretty much missed every single shot into that guy. So there comes a time when I'm thinking, you know, what am I doing? I just need to rush him because, again, I have really good DPM, but I have even more better DPM when I am shooting Hesh. So we're just going to wait. I don't know why we're waiting at this point. At this point, I think I don't want to risk anything because it is a 4 versus 3. Anything can happen. So I thought, you know, I want to catch this base just to relieve some pressure. So I should have called it a lot sooner. But yeah, I lost too many hit points, more than expected from the Super Hellcat there. So now we're going to use the mobility of the thing. I mean, it's not a slow tank. It is quite a big tank, but it's not like a really slow tank. So yeah, I mean, it's not bad at all, and you can see there we still get another block damage there. So that's over 1,000 block damage. Over 1,000 block damage in a tier 8 medium tank, and this is what I mean. You can get you can get bounces, as you've seen over the last 2 games. So far now, 4,200 damage and just 2 versus 2. So everything is to play for right now. It is neck and neck. Firstly, I'm a one-shot. I really want to take care of this SU-152 because, yeah, he is well, he can kill me with just HE, so I really wanted to take care of him. And my IS over here, he's losing too many hit points, and at this point, you know, I've got 930 supremacy points. I don't really want to risk anything if I don't have to. I want to walk away with the win here. The IS needs to back up. He just needs to back up and not die, because if he dies like that, then it can change the whole outcome of this game. So now I'm forced to go and sit on this base. If I don't, it is going to be a loss. So 4,600 damage, again 1,000 blocked. Am I going to get there in time? 970, 975. I need to catch this base. He is coming around the corner. 990 and 1,000 supremacy points, and then he kills. I mean, I'm saying it's me, but it wasn't even me. But overall, very, very good game. Lucky with the win there. But that battle there showcases now just how good this tank can be. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what you think of the Centurion I with Hesh. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Goodbye. With